Okay, this is an update on the beta of Gratuitous Space Battles 2. I am the programmer and designer, Klipski, and I'm going to talk about what changes we've made since we first started giving people access to the beta. One of the things I should do before anything else is just point out we added some stuff here. So we added an option to turn asteroids off if you really don't like them, or you've got a really low spec PC. Also you can turn off lens flare, which is separate from the lens streaks, the kind of J.J. Abrams anamorphic things. So you can turn off just like the sun lens flare if you don't like that. I like everything on, obviously. Okay, so one other thing is in the online stuff, you now have your message inbox like you used to have. And what's different to GSP2, obviously these are test messages. What's different in GSP2 is that you can just send someone a message rather than you having to play a challenge and then send a message at the end. So hopefully if you get to know other GSP2 players, it's easy for you to sort of contact them and stuff like that. I'll probably add a lot more features along those lines. Okay, if we go into the ship design
Starship
stuff,
design
there's
mode activated.
A few little things have changed. There's been some balance changes. One of the things that we fixed that we kind of screwed up in the last build was that all of these modules are now in the right order. So, you know, pulse lasers next to pulse lasers, and you know, crew modules are next to crew modules. It was all scrambled last time for stupid reasons, but that's been fixed. If we go into the visuals editing, one of the things that we did is we fixed this thing over here, which always used to have 3 boxes, and what it does now is if you've got like a simple kind of object like that that's only got one color, then you only see this one color option for it. If you've got something a bit more complicated like this, then you'll see both. So you can set that color and then you can set you know, that color, or you can just right click to set that. So you won't see these things that you click on and they don't do anything, which confused a few people understandably. So fix that. Excuse me. Also, we've added some variations on the stuff. So that was the those were the 2 kind of engine glow things, and now there's others. There's even this kind of like crazy thing that wasn't showing up properly before. You can colour all of these things to look however you like. One of the other things that we added is if you add a component and you know, you put that somewhere and you think, yeah, we'll make that spin, and then you change your mind. It was impossible to kind of get it right before, but there's a button to stop that happening now, and you can reset the angle as well. So that was always a pain because you always had to throw it away and then create a new one if you change your mind on the odd spinning. So that's fixed. One of the other things that we've done is some people bizarrely don't want to spend hours putting together the designs of ships, so we got a few pre-made bits for each race. So you know, here's some of them that you can just drag in and stick onto a ship without a load of faff. But something I should point out is that these are composite objects which you can create yourself, but when you drag one of these pre-made things on, you can just split it like that, and then suddenly you get all the individual components. So maybe you didn't like that, and you can then sort of put that back as your variant of that composite. And you can create these yourself quite happily. And the fact that they're a composite doesn't mean that you can't, you know, change the colouring on them and stuff like that. It's basically just a way to cope with a large group of objects at once. And hopefully the fact that they exist will mean that more people will use them, and you won't see people just building ships that are just a sort of blank hull, because that's kind of boring. And also I hope to have like a lot of good modding support and Steam Workshop support, so hopefully you'll be able to just get loads of composites from there from other people and build your ships that way. The big thing that's changed that people were like, oh my god, why can't I do that, and we fixed, and I thought it would be hell but it isn't, is you can put stuff under the ship now. Previously you couldn't, which was kind of nuts, but there were technical reasons. So if you want, actually, to make it easy, let's just ditch everything. Let's just ditch all that. So if you wanted to put like an engine glow behind the ship, there, you couldn't do it before, whereas now you can just go to a negative value and it is actually behind the ship, which is kind of cool, because it means like these fins and stuff like that, if you want to put them behind the ship, that's fine, which kind of changes things a bit. I think that is going to make a bigger difference than it sounds, really, because it is quite handy. Not so much on this hull, but on some other hulls. You really want to put, especially engine glows behind the ship, and you can't do it. So now you can do that. So that's kind of handy. Okay, well let's get out of here. Let's not save that, obviously. And go into a battle that I was playing about with earlier. Oh yeah, one of the other things, we've got another tutorial mission. Obviously I've gone through all the missions, but some people were concerned that you do the tutorial mission and then the second mission is just like mayhem. So now there's like mission 1A here. Actually I need to give it a new name, don't I? Eek. And that explains some other stuff, like destroyers and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just going to launch this mission that I was playing about with earlier. I was fixing radiation stuff. I've just edited some ships, so it is doing the pre-caching thing, which is pretty quick.
Enemy fleet detected ahead.
There's loads of other stuff that I'm going to introduce and change, because I want you to have the option to be able to do this, which I can only do with hotkeys at the moment, but I think it would be cool. We did save that shit. Oh, how annoying. How annoying. Anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a few things that have changed. One of them, if I can just find ship that's launched, is this. Here's a fighter, and previously you wouldn't always know. Again, I found a new bug. It's typical, isn't it? There's a fuel indicator, look, which you never had before. Which is kind of handy if you're wondering why a ship is heading back. You can always mouse over a ship and it will tell you what it's actually doing at the moment, like attacking or refueling, but here you can actually see how quickly the fuel is going down. So maybe that ship's too heavy, or it needs a bigger fuel tank or something like that, or maybe it's fine. So that's something that's new. Another thing, I've turned the sound effects down so I can actually be heard, but some sound effects that should have been in but were not, now are. So you get sound effects of shield impacts and sound effects if shields fail. You also get a lot more voiceover stuff telling you what's going on.
We are taking radiation damage.
Yeah, like telling you that you're taking radiation damage and stuff like that. Actually taking a lot of damage. Anyway, so there's quite a few new things that are in just this build, and there's a load of other stuff that is going to go in, a load of stuff that's going to be tweaked. There's new modules and stuff like that, and we're going to be sort of updating and patching the game as often as. If you're interested in playing it now, if you pre-order the game, you get access to the beta. This is the beta build, and you also get a Steam key. The game's not on Steam, but it will be on Steam soon. So I hope you like the look of the game, and we're still listening to a lot of feedback from people on what they like and what they don't like. So you know, keep the feedback coming in.
We are taking radiation damage,
and I think we're going to lose fairly badly, so I'll quit now. So this is Gratuitous Space Battles 2, and thanks for watching.